This is Saddam Hussein. For those of you who don't know, he was the 5th president of Iraq, George Bush Jr.'s arch nemesis, and the 6th ranked most infamous war criminal. And also the inspiration for this video, believe it or not. That's our theme, by the way. War crimes, such as Saddam Hussein's mustard gas, cluster bombs, used most recently in the armed conflict in an unnamed country in Eurasia, currently, landmines that have been used literally since they were created, and after some research, laser pointers that cause blindness are considered a war crime. So, lasers that incinerate whatever they touch would not only be considered a war crime, but would likely get you an executive position at Raytheon. That's the stratagems, though. What kind of small arms could get us on the United Nations naughty list? Well, after thorough research, I learned that shrapnel weaponry can be considered a war crime under unique circumstances. So, in which case, I chose to use the Eruptor, since it is a shrapnel sniper rifle. There wasn't any secondaries that I could consider as such. No, God, please no, I'm not using that piece of shit dagger, please. And then as for our grenades, I decided to use the Incendiary Impact, since napalm itself isn't necessarily considered a war crime unless used on civilian targets indiscriminately. Molotov cocktails are under the same boat. I guess I'll just have to throw them indiscriminately, which I already do. The Drip is from the newest war bond, and it just reminds me of a Somali warlord who doesn't even know what Geneva is. With all that out of the way, we begin our journey through the levels. I structure things a little bit differently now. Instead of starting at level 1, I begin us at level 4, and now we alternate between wars, going back and forth between fighting the bots or the bugs. For our first mission, we had to extract some good old black gold, baby. Yeah, buddy, it's only a war crime when you're winning, am I right, fellas? Remember the pyro video? Yeah, the normal mines are no fucking better. Still fun, though. The Eruptor was kinda at first. I really only used it because my secondary, being a secondary, didn't have the ammo capacity to be used as a primary. Incendiary impacts are pretty fucking neato, though, I can't lie. And then, of course, I got tongued, apparently. Sliced up twice, and then I left. Other than that ending there, I felt that it was okay. Felt that this build was gonna work. Let's take a look at our journey through the bots, shall we? So that's how this is gonna be. And actually, other than that freak accident at the very beginning, I finished this mission and only died at exfil from an apparent self-inflicted laser shot wound, according to the authorities, and Pelican being a straight G downed a dropship on his way in, but it unironically dropped directly onto my forehead. And then I extracted. Back to the bugs. For this level, I landed on a kill-all mission. Super simple, super easy, right? This was also the instance where I unlocked the new secondary shotgun, a triple-barrel shotgun, mind you. Now, I wouldn't say it's anything special effectively-wise, but let me tell you, this shit right here makes your testicles pulse with the testosterone that it pumps through your body just handling such a weapon. I mean, who doesn't want a triple-barrel sawed-off shotgun, right? I rest my case. Now, I did call down the almighty piss beam, and I did get a 46 kill streak. Then I got chopped up, blown up, chopped up again, blown up again, and then I left. Alrighty, how's the bot run doing? Phew, that shit was rough. I'm sure the bugs will be a lot more calm, right? Yeah, no. This new mission they added is fucking stressful. In case I need to tell you, the Major Order had us liberating 5 Terminid-controlled planets. We have the rest of the week to finish this. And the way we are going to do that is by drilling a hole into the planet itself and penetrating the nurseries within the said planet that house the little baby Terminids and the eggs. And then we're going to drop a nuclear bomb into it. I fucking love this game. Name another game where you can nuke nurseries, okay? That's a trick question, because you can't. Yes, this mission was hard, but just like the madman of Iraq, I kept running away and I kept gassing bugs. I said bugs. Yeah, this shit was hard, and I fought for my life all the way to the end. Chargers really get on my nerves in this build. They're like the ultimate anti-war crime machine. White girls on Instagram wish they had the exaggerated swagger of a Terminated Charger, okay? Back to the bots, and before I make a nuke joke about a certain country that has experienced a nuclear attack twice, I switched to a frozen planet to avoid the temptation of making such jokes, and we just had to blow up a few factories. And this is where I thought I would hit a roadblock, because this is where Arrowhead has decided to implement gunship patrols. But to my surprise, the Eruptor can actually effectively kill gunships with about a mag and some change, depending on the circumstances. So not all hope was lost. I finished the mission, died a few more times, and I met my final end to a forklift. Damn you, Toyota, and your propane fuel. Back to the bugs, though. I blew myself up right off the rip, and this was my first encounter with Shriekers this run. Let me tell you what, son. This little pocket shotty, whew, I felt like a kid playing Duck Hunter on the OG Nintendo again. Oh my lord. Except now I'm a grown man drafted into a war fighting for my life against monsters and horrors beyond my human comprehension. It's a real man's dream, honestly. Before getting killed by a kamikaze Shrieker, though, I said I wouldn't make nuke jokes. I never said anything about the Bonsai Boys, right? Anyway, I died one too many times and failed. Yeah, the Shriekers being war crimes themselves created a mathematical paradox where it cancels war crimes out, and PIM does, or some shit like that. Anyway, that ended our run on fighting the bugs. Let's check the bot run right quick. I lied. We are going to be nuking a planet that has geography and native fauna similar to that of a birthplace of mankind's greatest sin. Hentai. I dropped in and immediately blew myself up because I decided to shoot directly at my feet rather than the clanker directly in front of me. I spent way too much time turning on this SAM site that doesn't even fucking work half the time. But hey, for the XP. Anyway, I found my launch codes. That's weird. It says subscribe on them. Was that good? Did that work? Is that going to convince you? You've already watched this far. I mean, just click the damn button, you know? Help a brother out. After getting beat around the bush like a hiker in Crazy Country, I managed to shoot the very corner of a dead Strider and blow myself up again. After activating the power generator, I continued my crusade towards the nuke. Say your prayers, Space Japan. There is nothing you can do. The fog is coming. The fog is coming. Anyway, activated another SAM site, and then experienced an interesting glitch, where my gun wasn't really my gun, and my hands gained sentience, and it made me think, are we real? Are you real? How will I know? How could I know? Am I schizophrenic? Perhaps. The only true way to prove whether or not we are real or you are real is for you to like this video and leave a comment down below, and then I will like your comment and even heart it or even possibly reply to it if you have questions. That is how we will truly know if we are real sentient beings or not. I swear to God I'm not schizophrenic. I then got counter-war-crimed because those jetpack-using bastards turn into landmines if not shot directly in the backpack. I finally launched the nuke, and in my attempt to exfil, I muttered out my very, very final breath of my very final life. But mission accomplished. Gentlemen, we finally did it. We have crafted a build that can make it past level 7. I know. Take a picture. Round of applause. We did it. We finally created a thematic build that can actually be plausible in real games. Level 8, here we go. Yeah, I lasted about 3.5 minutes. Which is a long time, right? 3.5 minutes, I mean, that's probably a new record for some of you guys, you know? So, please laugh. Have you ever wanted to burn heretics into the ground? What about yourself? No? Well, too damn bad, because you clicked on this video out of your own free will, and I'm going to show you how to channel your inner Space Marine and purge the heretic scum. Starting off, I'm going to show you the loadout for this build. First off, we need the drip. Okay? We're rocking the fit from the Steeled Veteran War Bond, allowing us to carry 6 grenades rather than measly 4. For the guns, a must-have for the pyro is the Breaker Incendiary, dispensing shredded magnesium, igniting any bug dumb enough to walk in front of your 25-round drum. What bugs are those, you may ask? My brother in Christ. All of them. For the secondary, there isn't anything that spits fire, even though the laser pistol is here, but that sucks dick and I refuse to use it for the harder difficulties. Now, you could be a basic bitch and use the Peacekeeper, or a little beta male and use the Redeemer, but only real men use the Senator. And for the grenades, I did some experimenting in this video. You'll see that later on. When I started recording, I was using the incendiary grenades, and then halfway through, I got exposed to the new thermite grenade, but we'll talk about that later. As for the stratagems, there are 4 that the pyro should use. The flamethrower, for obvious reasons. The napalm strike. The orbital laser. The reason we use the orbital laser is because it leaves a trail of fire behind it, and it sets whatever it targets on fire. So, for the 4th one, I used the incendiary mines, but I quickly learned how fucking shit those are. And the only other 2 I would replace that with would be the supply pack or the jump pack, just to stick into character. Okay? Anything else would be considered treason to this challenge, and you will be court-martialed for your insubordination. Moving on. With all that word vomit out of the way, we're going to talk about how originally this recording was supposed to be a build video, and it quickly turned into a challenge video, and spoiler alert, I did not win. Let me preface what running the gauntlet means. Running the gauntlet, in my terms at least, since I don't know if I've started this or not. I haven't looked into it. I've not seen if anyone else has started challenge videos. But either way, we're going to complete an operation on every single level, starting from 1 all the way up to 9. Okay? Let's jump right in. For levels 1 through 3, this was an absolute snore fest. On level 1, I decided to try the laser pistol just for fun, and I ran the stamina enhancement booster. Now for the boosters, I didn't touch on that earlier, but I mean, you could go with any booster that kind of fits your fancy, you know what I'm saying? Whichever one tickles your balls, whichever one really butters that egg roll, but the stamina enhancement booster is probably a overall good pick in general if you just want to stay consistent. Anyway, landed on this bug, killed his friends, called a napalm strike in on the rest of his family, and then I chilled on this bench until the flag of liberty rose to glory over this forsaken planet. Then I collected some samples and left. As for level 2, I went back to the Senator as God intended, so I could hunt down 2 brood commanders. This was where I would experience my first of many deaths due to my own hubris. The minefield makes me want to step on a real mine in most cases that I use it. After that, I collected more shit, turned this satellite on so I could spy on the enemies of democracy. Then came the second death of the run, and my first tip to anyone attempting this challenge: do not use the flamethrower against the hunters. Those little fuckers are so fast, they will pounce on your ass faster than a Mexican can jump the border. Just use the breaker. The flamethrower really shines against the armored bugs and the warriors with how slow they are. But anyway, I lasered that brood commander and burned the rest of the colony alive and left. Extraction complete. Now on to level 3. We switched it up a bit with the thermite grenade for this one, and my disappointment was immeasurable. I blew up that hole, nuked this facility, gave this satellite a Viagra, committed self-immolation twice, purged another colony, stole some rare minerals, stepped on my own mine again, defiled my own corpse, then left. For mission 2, I simply set the entire area on fire and then left again. Now on to level 4. This is where the issue of chargers came into play. To begin, we started to hunt a Bile Titan. I landed on this big fuck-off artillery gun, loaded it up with some freedom seeds, killed some shit, got killed by said shit, lasered the Bile Titan, killed more shit, died again, left. Mission 2. Closed bug holes, landed on another big arty cannon, filled it with death, and got to work. Closed some holes, burned some fascists, left again. Now I know what you're thinking. Big Man Nate, right? This build does not seem that bad to me, okay? With process planning and resource management, it can't be that hard. Shh. Hush now, my little man. You haven't seen what comes next. On to level 5. This time we kill 2 Bile Titans. Simple, right? Wrong! I killed 1 Titan by the skin of my teeth, got butt-fucked by 2 Chargers, whom I can only assume were gay lovers by the sheer amount of said butt-fucking I encountered. Anyway, round 2, we eradicate the swarm, and this was able to go much smoother than the others, mostly because I swapped the minefield out for the supply pack, which helped my ass stay stocked on stems and grenades. I killed everything, and left. Mission 2 of level 5, retrieve Super Earth sensitive data. This is where I realized that the thermite nades are so criminally underpowered that I would not give these to an opposing force because of how shit they are. Look at this. I throw 5 on this charger just to kill him. Then I got jump scared by this little mole rat. Moving on from that disappointment, I continued my journey carrying the SSSD, containing what I could only presume to be terabytes worth of sensitive information. It allowed me to practice my cowboy skills before I self-immolated again. I delivered the package, killed more bugs, turned this satellite on, hit a sick jump. Those bugs over there looked like they were plotting something, so I removed them from this mortal realm. Started my way to the exfil, rolled down a hill, went back up it, defended exfil from atop this building before got steamrolled by that fat fucker, killed him, and left. Mission 3 of level 5, steal valuable minerals. Dropped in, penetrated the planet with this probe of freedom, and after playing Ring Around the Helldiver with 3 chargers, I continued to extract the valuable minerals that rightfully belonged to Super Earth, purged some more fascist bugs, and I left. On to level 6. Now I know what you're thinking. This still doesn't seem that hard, Nate. You're right, it wasn't. Levels 1 through 5 were trivial at worst. Level 6 was where shit went from 0 to 80 real quick. Why 80, you ask? Because level 7 was when shit hit 100. But just wait. You'll see. Objective number 1. Survive. Off to a good start, and then I died to the little fucking hunters. Back at it again, making good progress. Then the fucking hunters again. God damn. Alright, round 3, baby. 90% there. Come on, me. Alright, I got 2 lives left. Make them count. I finally cleared out the bugs, collected my samples, and GTFO'd off that rock. Mission 2. Take back the oil! I dropped directly on the objective and fucking died. Attempt 2, got the oil pumping. Sweet, sweet oil, baby. God, I love liberty. On the way to the next objective, I threw a laser on a shrieker nest before it became a problem. If only I knew the problems that would arise. Anyway, found the objective, tapped on a terminal, turned a valve, tapped the terminal again, burned some bugs, lashed a tube, burned more bugs, unlatched the tube, relatched another tube, burned more bugs, unlatched the final tube, made my way to the exfil, killed a few more bugs, then got thunder cunted by a charger, came back, threw 6 sticky thermites into his mouth, ran for dear life at 1 health before getting gutted by another fucking hunter, then exfilled. Mission number 3, find valuable minerals. We start this mission by dropping onto a propaganda broadcast not to be witnessed by children or those who may be gullible enough to believe in it. But luckily, the dipshit charger on duty ran right into it, saving me the headache, but also simultaneously making sure I never had one again. Upon spawning back in, I was immediately shredded to pieces like I was a slice of paper ham. 3rd time's a charm, though. Cleared those shitters out, closed those holes, burned a group of fascists, called in the Great Liberty Probe, and got to work. Then got cut off by 2 chargers who desperately wanted to see what my insides looked like. So like a real super citizen, I killed their friends with my shotgun, let them die from their own hubris, but I actually think they died because I shit in my suit earlier and they couldn't take the smell after I died. Anyway, after verifying that ore vein, I went on another killing spree, and even killed 4 of these scum-sucking fatties in a row. I forgot I had a minefield, so I threw it down before the fight and remembered why I forgot about it. So I threw another one down. Then got chased up a 2-foot wide rock by another charger before he swiftly ended me. I came back, ended him, went down the hill, and stepped on another mine. But don't worry, my friend. That was a mission accomplished. Trust me. I am a certified democracy officer. Everything I say has been verified with the Ministry of Truth to be factually correct and in line with Super Earth standards. Level 7. Now, my fellow large men, I'm going to be honest with you. I tried. I really tried to complete level 7, but with a combination of Shrieker Nests, Bile Titans, fucking Chargers, I do not see a way for the pyro build to go past this level. I know it's sad for everyone to hear. Come on in here and give me a hug. I know. Don't cry. Don't cry. You're gonna make me cry. I died, blew up some eggs, died 4 more times, and broke my fucking monitor. In conclusion, I have been requested to do a build video by this man here in my comments section. This video is either going to make or break me and everything I have on this channel. We're going to be playing as Nazi Germany. So yeah, fuck it, let's get into it. What he has chosen me to do is run the orbital gas strike, the Eagle napalm strike, one of the machine guns, which we have to use the normal machine gun because it's the MG42, and the Eagle airstrike. So he's having me run 2 airstrikes, gas strike, and MG42. He wanted me to run this skin because this skin is very reminiscent of a certain faction in World War II. He wants me to run the Scorcher because gas, if you didn't know. The Senator for no reason at all, and he wanted me to run the incendiary impact grenades, but the G123 thermite grenades look just like the German stick grenades from World War II, so we're going to be running those instead. Fuck it. Oh god! I'm dead. Yep. Oh! Dumb cooked. Damn. Ah, what? Ah, Chopessa 4. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna squad fill for this one, guys. This is gonna be like Normandy, except instead of Americans and Allied forces, it's gonna be Terminators. Alright, here we go. Now the fun begins. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. That works. Hold. Shit. We failed? Oh my god. Today we're going to try and hell dive as Ripley from the Aliens movie. We're going to be using the BR-14 Adjudicator for the assault rifle, the P113 Verdict for the M3A4 something service pistol, frag grenade for frag grenades, the flamethrower, the mech suit for the mech suit, the anti-personnel mines for the claymores, and then the shield backpack for plot armor. So let's go. Are you kidding me, bro? I'm actually not gonna be able to get that. Burn, baby, burn. The Bile Titan killed itself. Let's go. Damn. Not in my plot armor, dude. Bullshit. I got stuck on the damn rock. Look, this game buggy as hell. Fuck. Oh my god, what have I done? About trying to kill us up again. Get fucked. We're good. Oh, I dove. Stem. Oh, piss. Back up. I meant. Bro, I missed that fucking shot. I didn't kill him? Really? Really? Reload, bro. Burn. Shit. 97%, man. Ripley build. 8 out of 10. Pretty solid. Lacks crowd control a little bit. No stratagems. So, or I mean, no orbitals or eagles. So kind of, but overall not bad. Could use some tweaking, but yeah. Bitch. For the laser only run, I recommend you only attempt this on cold planets because honestly, that's the only viable option for these pieces of shit wannabe weapons. Let's start on the drip. Since there isn't any armor that helps with energy weapons or anything like that, I went with the Savior of the Free set, but you can run any armor you please. As for the weaponry, in case I need to explain to you how a fucking laser-only run works, primary is laser rifle, secondary laser pistol, grenades is the G6 frag, just for the fabricators and often the occasional heavy devastator. Then for the stratagems, we're running the orbital laser, laser cannon, and guard dog rover. For the 4th slot, I tested the orbital precision strike on level 1, found out it wasn't an energy weapon, it was an actual fucking cannon, so I ran the EMS strike instead of it as a support stratagem for the rest of the run. Terminate the illegal broadcast. On level 1, I dropped in, found this railgun, remembered how they neutered my little boy, and quickly dropped it. Sadly, the laser cannon cannot destroy structures, so I had to manually turn off this propaganda. Now, we can't really get a good idea of how shit the laser rifle is because we're just killing the grunts here. But soon you'll see why I have a disdain for energy weapons. After terminating that broadcast, I left. Level 2. Eliminate 2 Devastators. This is the first death of the run, and also the introduction of the death counter you'll see in the corner. Due to a contact mine. A skill issue, I know. Dropped back in, blew up that fabricator, threw a laser on the other one. Everyone has the Eagle 110 rocket pods at the time of recording this, so I used them here and there to save me some time. Pause. Now, I know I said I'd court-martial you for anything like this last video. But this is my channel and my challenge, so think fast, chuckle nuts. Anyway, I continued to fight towards the Devastators before I got sniped by a fucking marauder, apparently. Dropped back in, and now you can really see why I hate the laser rifle. Let me just toss up a little timer right here and show you how fucking long it took me to kill 2 berserkers. Let's watch this at 2x speed. Yep, what a couple of hunks of shit. Anyway, killed 1 Devastator, wasted more time activating the SAM site, which doesn't work worth a shit. Killed the 2nd Devastator, then I left. Level 3. Mission 1. Upload escape pod data. Level 3 was where I found out the laser cannon can open container doors. So that's neat. And that leads me into my next tip if you ever plan on torturing yourself by using this build. Try to engage enemies at medium to short range. Number 1, because you don't have enough damage to kill them at close range. And then you also can't engage at long range because for some fucking reason a laser rifle has the recoil equivalent of a battle rifle. Why? I don't know. I don't work at Arrowhead. Anyway, chilled on this escape pod till the data uploaded, almost died to a forklift, realigned this satellite, tossed a laser in on that base, and I left.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Mission 2. Search and destroy. Landed on this fabricator, killed the rest, destroyed a bunch of shit with the laser cannon, which I'll go ahead and say is the only saving grace of this loadout because it's actually fun to use and a useful tool against the bots. You'll see more of that later. I turned on this satellite, destroyed this base, got shot in the chest, stemmed, and apparently offed myself in the process. I'm guessing I just stabbed my jugular instead of my vein. Rookie mistake, I know. Dropped back in, lasered this base, killed more shit, left. Level 4. Mission 1, Emergency Evacuation. Dropped in, got bitch slapped by this rocket boy, lasered his face, got hit with more rockets, chilled in this corner while I was having Vietnam flashbacks, then got hit with more rockets and fucking died. Dropped back in, continued to fight for my life, got stuck between some steps, unstuck myself, got bitch slapped again, ran around him to get my stuff back, got thunder cunted into a pointy rock, dropped back in, got insta-killed by more rocket boys, dropped in again, ran for dear life away from 3 dual chainsaw-wielding maniacs before finally calling in a hell bomb and blowing up this pain in my ass. Uploaded some escape pod data, then continued on to the objective. Still fighting for my life every step of the way. And can I just say that the orbital laser is my clutch stratagem as well as the EMS strike. Because surprisingly enough, the laser cannon kills Hulks in just about 2 seconds. You just hold it on the visor and they fall apart like off-brand Legos. I completed the objective and had to remove another stratagem blocker. I proceeded to fight for my dear life again at 1 HP until I was chased down by a brawler whom I can only assume was a Viet Cong in his past life the way he sprinted toward me wielding sharp things. Finished that off and proceeded to defend Exfil like I was the last soldier getting ready to meet God as the helo took its sweet ass time coming to save me. Then I left. Mission 2. Conduct Geological Survey. Holy shit, this is going to be a long one. Anyway, I dropped in and was apparently in the range of enemy artillery. I smacked this goober in half. Also, I'm still in range of enemy artillery. Almost died. Did I say I was in range of enemy artillery? Well, I still am. Blew that fucker into the sky. Hey, guess what? I'm still in range of enemy artillery. Fucking died to the last strider. Dropped back in, and I'm still in range of enemy artillery.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
Made my way up this hill with my fucking undies in a wad with how angry I was. So I called a laser down on these shitters and got rid of the enemy artillery. Called down the great Liberty Probe. You know there's a good joke to be made there, but I'm gonna just let you figure that one out. Verified that ore vein, made my way to the main objective. Found a heavy base, so I called down another piss beam onto it. Also, that is the new name of the orbital laser. It is now the orbital piss beam. You are welcome. Then I got an extra large lobotomy from that turret, but apparently I killed myself, so skill issue. Dropped back in, counter-pissed that cannon with my cannon. There's another good joke there, but I'll let you make it. Finally made it to the main objective and got to work taking back my minerals. I finished the objective and found a dead Terminid on an automaton planet. What does that mean, you ask? Well, you see, it's whenever the Illuminate come one day, then the Terminids, the automatons, they're going to work together and they're going to focus on us. It's going to be war on 3 fronts. And before I get put in the Grippy Sock Hotel, let's finish this video first. I used my cannon to blast that Hulk's face, then threw another piss beam down to make exfil easier, then left. Level 5, Mission 1, Eradicate Automaton Forces. Every time I try one of these builds out, I always struggle on these missions. And it might be because I do it solo, but honestly, it's more like the builds I'm trying just are not good for crowd control. The pyro wasn't that bad, but that's just because everything's on fire. I dropped in and got to killing. Almost died to the Heavy Devastator, which is the scariest thing when running the laser build because of their dipshit riot shield. But then I guess I shattered my ankle on this jump, allowing that little fucker to slice me up. Dropped back in, got my stuff, fought around this corner until my tiny piss cannons overheated and got sawed down like a sapling. Then I landed back on this rock, which I then abused until I completed the mission. Somehow, the automatons were able to phase through the solid rock and shoot me. Those commie bastards and their damn commie magic. I waited for my orbital piss beam to recharge and just prayed that it would complete the mission for me, which it did. Also, in case you thought the rocket pods helped me at all, it took 3 rocket pods just to kill this one Hulk. Just for the last one, it's danger close game enemy. Dropped back onto the shuttle and left. Mission 2. Retrieve valuable data. Dropped into actually no bots, surprisingly enough. Got my SSSD, which contained my valuable data. Since I can only use my secondary while carrying the SSSD, it only reinforced the fact that the laser pistol is so shit that if Jesus Harold Christ himself gave it to me, I would give it back and tell him to stop playing with me. Anyway, I continued carrying the SSSD until I got sewer slide bombed by a jetpack wearing maniac. Dropped back in and delivered the SSSD. Finished that up, piss beamed another big base, and cleared it out. Now, something that I did find satisfying was how I could just literally graze the jump pack bots or the assault marauders with their little antenna thingies, and they just explode. So that's pretty neat. But every other gun also does that, so fuck the laser gun. Then I piss beamed this Hulk's face and left. Mission 3. Search and Destroy. Landed in the middle of bumfuck me right next to a spotting beacon, called my almighty piss beam down to save me, and managed to survive by the skin of my nuts just to get eviscerated by a cannon and shredded by laser fire. Came back and finished off that outpost, found another stratagem blocker that needed removing from existence, so I got shredded by this riot shield using little bitch twice. Finally aired the place out and GTFO'd out that mode. Level 6. Mission 1. Eradicate automaton forces again. Go ahead and put your predictions in now if this time is going to be better than the last time. It was mostly uneventful until I got a quick buzz cut from this asshole who refused to die. I dropped back in, got another buzz cut before getting stomped out like a cockroach. Dropped back in, dove into a flamethrower, died. Dropped back in, but this time ran dick first into another flamethrower. Dropped in for the last time, completed the mission, and then I lightly jogged onto the exfil shuttle. Mission 2. Conduct another geological survey. I hope that if we take enough minerals from these surveys, we can finally bring the railgun back to its former glory. But this was actually an uneventful mission, to say the least. I shot a hell bomb, so that was cool. Called that probe in, came into range of enemy artillery, lasered that shit before I went mentally insane. Well, more than I already am. Called in the second probe, collected the samples from the final objective, then left. And honestly, this run is becoming more tedious for me than anything. Moving on. Mission 3. Sabotage air bases. Finally, a mission we haven't done yet. Surely, this'll be exciting. I landed into hell, dropped my piss beam, and died. This was also the first level that featured the gunships, which scared the shit out of me because I had no idea if the laser cannon could kill them. So I beelined to that fabricator to destroy it. Not before one gunship could kill me though, that little fucker. And yet, to my surprise, the laser cannon actually destroys gunships fairly quickly, aiming at the main body, and then if you target the thrusters, it's actually very quick how fast you can kill them. After removing that abomination to God from this rock, I made my way to destroy the control tower. Blew up another hell bomb, destroyed the control tower, and hid behind this rock whilst my piss beam killed everything for me. And then I left. Level 7, Mission 1. Eradicate automaton forces. Time for me to be honest with you guys again. I'm glad I failed this shit. I'll go ahead and put up all 6 deaths on screen here, but like, this shit was just unbearable. So no, I could not run the Helldivers gauntlet with only lasers. So, in conclusion, fuck the laser pistol, fuck the laser rifle, and actually the laser cannon wasn't bad. It's actually pretty viable in higher levels as long as you have a good team, but that's besides the point.
Day, ladies and gentlemen, I have most likely the greatest juggernaut build that I can provide you, okay? What we are looking at here is pure power, okay? We want to be able to absorb as much damage as possible and be able to dish out as much lead as possible. So let's get right into it. As per a juggernaut, what we're gonna need is our heavy machine gun. And then what juggernaut would not have a spare machine gun on his back? And then on top of that, what we're gonna need is something to deal with the big boys. So we're gonna take the rail cannon strike, quick and precise. And then we're gonna take the Gatling barrage, because the Gatling barrage is quite simply, well, just a large machine gun. And then, of course, every juggernaut always comes fully stocked on ammunition, and we're going to be running the Devastator Fit, okay? And on top of that, we've got the Breaker Spray and Pray fully automatic shotgun, okay? And then we got the grenade pistol because, well, you can never have enough, alright? I'm running the Incendiary Impact, and that's going to do it. Let's go ahead and let's jump in. Let's see what happens. Fuck it. Oh, while we're going into this, I would like to apologize to all of you who were in the stream last night. I don't know what the fuck happened. So yeah. Oh no! I need my Zen! Guard dog going down, machine gun going down. I'm not feeling like a one-man army. Oh, what? No, I didn't get... Flame on. What the fuck? I'm cooked? What? Huh. Why does this always happen? Oh, that was the wrong one. Damn. My empty magazines are absolutely tweaking. I guess I can have me a drink whilst I sit and wait. No shit. What if I go that way? Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Bruh! Stand up, man! What the fuck was that? Hi. Why is the mission area so small? Ow. Bitch. Oh god. Yep. Damn it. Alright, let's do it on the bots now. We'll do a search and destroy. The Astotu system. I'm just gonna go ahead and say something about the Breaker Spray and Pray. So, it does 192 damage with a 26 round drum, right? Okay. The Breaker Incendiary has a 25 round drum. It does 240 damage per shot and has Incendiary. So it sets shit on fire. So it does even more damage over time. That one right there shoots 30 times fast. Or it has a extra 30 rounds per minute versus just 300.
There is no fucking point to use the breaker spray and pray when the breaker incendiary exists. Okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you. You want the breaker and spray and pray to actually be worth using, which I wish it was, versus the incendiary. Either give this bitch a 50 round mag or make it do 300 damage. Okay? Make it similar to the breaker. Maybe not near as much damage, but at least comparable. Because at this point, it just sucks to use versus the incendiary. I'm still going to use it anyway for the build, but I just wanted to say that. We are going to do things a little bit different as well. I'm still going to run the heavy machine gun, but this time we're going to run the shield backpack. Yeah. Also, guys, I got tweeted by Monster Energy Gaming. So, they replied to my tweet I posted the other day. I've peaked. Just to let you know, it's all downhill from here. Oh, fuck. And there's damn gunships, bruh. Oh. Oh my god! I got outgunned. I got outgunned by a single Devastator and he still died. What the fuck? I actually got one of them with it. Let's go. We are going to ignore. Damn. Ugh. Got it. Oh, you big goofy bastard. I'm on stem! The Demo Man. Inspired by the almighty demo from Team Fortress 2.
If I were a bad demo man, I wouldn't be sitting here discussing it with you, now would I?
Now, the loadout for this build consists of things that a demo man would use, with a large emphasis on explosives. So for our primary, I went with the Dominator, since it is classified as an explosive weapon. The crossbow was kind of close for my decision, but it's kind of ass, so... And I was also afraid of blowing myself up with the Eruptor, so I went with the Dominator. Secondary is the grenade pistol, of course, then impact grenade for maximum effort. The drip we're going for with this one is going to be the CE07 Demolition Specialist. Not only because of the name, but also because it's the same color scheme as the red demo, and it also gives us 2 extra grenades, because why have 4 when you can have 6? And for our stratagems, we're going to be using the grenade launcher, of course. Sadly, it's not a rotary launcher, but a belt-fed grenade launcher is still pretty fucking wicked, okay? To combo that, we're going to be running the supply pack, because a good demo man always makes sure he has extra bombs. Because it's never a war crime the first time, and if there's no witnesses, there is no crime. Then I ran the cluster bombs, which are basically just a lot of impact grenades being dropped from a plane. Then I ran the 500 kg because what is that but a really big grenade, right? Then run whatever booster best fits the mission or whichever one you like to use. Now that I've shared with you the build specifications, I guess it's time to talk about the performance I had. And let me go ahead and say, if you plan on playing this with teammates, I would bet that you're likely going to double your team kill stat and probably be kicked from a few too many lobbies. So do with that as you wish. You have been warned. What I'm trying to say is this shit was hitting.
Yes! Do it!
We started off on level 1, and the only reason that I like to play on these lower levels when I'm first testing out these builds is I want to know what I can and what I cannot do. What the nade launcher or my guns can or cannot explode or destroy, things like that. Level 1 was, well, it was level 1. I blew up some ammo, destroyed some oil reserves, because if I can't have the oil, no one can. Level 2 was no different. I had to explode these 2 towers that were transmitting illegal material. Fun fact, the cluster bomb can blow up fabricators if thrown in the proper direction. This is also where I experienced my first of many deaths due to my own hubris. The grenade launcher, contrary to popular belief, is not the best for close quarters combat. Who'da thunk?
One crossed wire, one wayward pinch of potassium chloride, one errant twitch, and kablooey!
As for level 3, I completed one objective and then loaded the Sief artillery, which is what? Just a really big grenade launcher. I mean, the shells even look like imagine a 40 mil, just add another 0. I then went to complete another objective and watched as Sweet Liberty eviscerated everything within about a 50-foot radius. So, anyway, on to level 4. Bit more difficult, but nothing unmanageable. I somehow managed to anger Eagle 1, and she decided to drop a mini nuke directly 5 feet away from me. I'm not sure what I did. The grenade launcher really shines when you can catch the bot drops coming in, and you can just unload on them as they're flying right over you. Scrap all the bots before they drop. Anyway, continued the mission and wound up running out of lives. But hey, mission accomplished, am I right, boys? Level 5 was a bit eventful. I got burned alive, and then I spammed triangle a bit too much and wound up point blank nuggeted myself with a grenade pistol. Yes, I did just come up with that. Got sliced up right after that, and then I finally held my ground at exfil and left. Level 6 was where we hit a hard stop. Do you know why? Go ahead. Go ahead, guess. Yes. Go ahead, guess. I'll let you figure it out. You know why? Good. So instead of dying 3 more times, I just left. I left. I said, nah, I'm out.
They gotta make it, eh? I'm a black Scottish cyclops. They got more than they got the likes of me. So!
And then we went to test this on the bugs. I skipped levels 1 through 3 and started on level 4 for time's sake. Now, I have never been one to use the Dominator on the bugs, so this was a shot in the dark if it was going to be good, and surprisingly, I found the Dominator very useful against the bugs. I found myself using it against the Hive Guards and Warriors mostly, and then I wound up using the Grenade Launcher for the smaller bugs, and this worked out fairly well. Mission 4 was to kill a Bile Titan. Simple, right? Well, somehow, this oversized arachnid tanked a high explosive shot from the Sief, then a 500 kilogram bomb. But then one impact nade to the knee, and he folded like a damn lawn chair. I tell you what. Level 5 was uneventful, and the grenade launcher proved to be very useful when clearing out those annoying fucking spewers. All in all, pretty simple. Level 6 was stressful, to say the least. I managed to bomb myself, and in an attempt to create distance from me and the big fuck-off bug behind me, I somehow managed to shatter both my ankles, which in turn caused my death. In another attempt to retrieve my grenade launcher, the Bile Titan hit me with that twice, whilst he tanked a 500 kilogram bomb. Then I turned myself into a nugget. Again. But I did manage to kill off all the bugs and return to my ship safe and sound. Now, level 7, I knew this was going to be the last one. Very rarely do any of these builds push me past level 7, let alone complete a mission on level 7. And I knew this to be true because as soon as I spawned in, the sheer bloodlust from the bugs beneath my feet absolutely shook me to my core. Then I made a mistake I would rather not talk about. And then I suddenly got decapitated by a shrieker, which I did not know that they were capable of doing that. Makes them much more scary. And in my final life, I succumbed to the sin of greed. Greed for the samples. And I lost my head due to my own actions. Well, what do the Mujahideen, Gundams, and bullets have in common? If you guessed my comment section, then congratulations! You won absolutely fucking nothing. But today's video is going to be about 3 suggested builds. The bullets only build suggested by Helldiver, the Gundam build suggested by Zab Plush, and the Mujahideen build suggested by Muri Tenori Ilmaz. And the reason these aren't getting their own independent builds is mostly because they're slightly shallow content-wise, and I just didn't want to make an independent video for each one. Anyway, let's jump right in. I had a friend join me for these first 2 missions, and we're going to call him by his Helldiver's name, Tango 2. So for the bullets only build, Helldiver asked me to run the Eagle Strafing, Orbital Gatling, any machine gun of which I choose, and I chose the heavy machine gun, and the Gatling Sentry. And to keep the theme of spraying as many pounds of lead as possible into a single direction, I ran the MP98 Knight and the Redeemer secondary. Then the throwing knife, because what is a knife but a slow velocity bullet? So how did I do? Well, I done pretty good, honestly. Surprisingly enough, the Gatling Barrage can destroy just about anything it hits quite efficiently. And the Eagle Strafer Run kills trails of bugs following you, the heavy machine gun kills large bugs effectively, and the Gatling Sentry, well, it's the Gatling Sentry. The Knight and the Redeemer are just bullet hoses, killing all average bugs effectively. Then the throwing knives work well against chargers, and that's about it. I don't really like them other than I don't really like running throwing knives unless I'm going to target specifically chargers. Altogether, though, we did not succeed in our mission, and you can attribute that to less than ideal gameplay decisions.
Alright. Oh, that was accident. That one was accident.
Moving on to the Gundam build, Zab Plushed asked me to use the Laz Sickle as the beam rifle, Redeemer for the Vulcan guns, smoke grenades for the Zaku 2 in Gundam Evolution, light armor, fortified due to the mobile suits being resistant and fast, some of them. Stratagems wants me to use either one of the mechs, Precision Airstrike for the final beam cannon, EMS Strike for the Witch of Mercury EMPs, and the autocannons for the Tall Geese. I am sorry to tell you that the only experience I've ever had with the Gundam franchise in general are the action figures I had as a kid. I have never seen a Gundam TV show, and I know absolutely jack shit about the lore. So yeah. This mission proved to be a lot more efficient. The Sickle is a solid rifle for what it is. The Redeemer is always a good sidearm. Smoke grenades are still fucking useless. Fortified armor helps with recoil, makes you feel a bit stronger. Patriot mech suit is good at a variety of things. And I did deviate and use the rail cannon strike rather than the precision strike because I actually wanted the build to feel good. And I felt that it wasn't far off from the lore. And then the EMP is cool when comboed with other things, of which I did not have. And the autocannon is just the autocannon. It's fucking good. The mech suit basically carried me through, and the autocannon is a crutch. Always was, always will be. It did get spicy here and there, but it wasn't anything me and Tango 2 couldn't handle. And now this next segment of the video is dedicated to the brave fighters of the Mujahideen. All Muri Tenuri Ilmaz told me to use was the anti-tank launchers and the assault rifle. So I ran the Liberator Carbine, the Verdict, the Supply Backpack, the Gas Strike, and my Jewish Space Lasers. Anyway, we did play on Helldive, and holy shit, we struggled so bad. not even going to comment on what happened here. I'm just going to give you a little montage of what did happen, and I'll let you watch as it unfolds.
I'm on it. Oh my god. If this ain't it, I don't know what is.
I'm activating the nuke. Run!
Dear God.
I'm dead.
So you don't die when you fall down in the hole.
Is it just bottomless, or is there like caverns that you can follow? Stalkers.
Oh my gosh, I could.
That's a Bile Titan, isn't it?
Infinitely more fun when you have a full squad, dude.
Oh my god, I got flash.
Gaming, bro.
Oh my gosh. Alright, nuke activated. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not good.
The laser.
Do that.
Stalker.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ,
Eagle
he
1 came in
decapitated me.
so... They just keep coming. They won't stop.
There's stalker somewhere.
Oh, yeah, stalker on me. Stalker on me. Oh. Nah, we've got super.
Oh my gosh.
Landon, watch out.
Stalkies. Boom.
Tornado was. Yeah, we gotta go back up there. Right, dude.
And my leg is broken. Nice. I'm
What do you
so
want,
cold.
Bug?
The samples.
Examples.
You all need help.
Thank you. Do we need help? Hey, I don't have to outrun the bugs. I just have to outrun you, Chief.
Neil, fucking help me, you piece of
Brother,
shit. He's across the map.
like so
from
far
you,
away from you, Chief.
dude.
Like, you've been talking like all
Save
this
me,
shit.
please.
Womp fucking womp.
Someone
Save
please
yourself,
save
buddy.
me.
We're at Honey Barbecue.
Honey barbecue.
Yeah, there's too many.
What the Give me my shit, please.
I'm good.
Oh, you got it. Flamethrower is perfect for that situation.
Cookie dookie. Oh, it's a stalky.
Yeah, you are. Oh, you're mega fucked.
Oh, come on, don't swarm me, don't swarm me, don't swarm me, you won't. Alright. What is gonna happen?
Yeah, well, I fuck with it hard now. Honestly, it's fucking crazy.
Stalker!
I'm heading.
Whoever that is, you're so fucked.
For me?
I'm good!
Nathan, you're so cooked. Evan, I thought you said you had to leave at 5. That was just cap.
No, it was. Where am I at? Where am I at? Where am I at?
You-
Oh my
do
god,
you-
I went
do we
the
have a resupply?
exact wrong direction. I got.
You're
yeah, I
so
got it.
dead. You're so cooked.
No, I'm not. Now I
Good
got the
shit.
blood dog blood.
Oh, hell yeah. Landon? Oh
This
my
is
god,
right
how are
with
you
the blood
alive?
dog.
Did you get
blood
both
dog.
samples? Evan, you have one job. Take out the biotype.
No shit, dumb fuck.
Watch him miss.
He didn't miss. But
No, he
it worked.
didn't. But the game just fucked him up.
Pick up the. Oh,
he's
hit rigor
dead.
mortis.
A technocrat, as defined by the Oxford Dictionary, is an exponent or advocate of technology, or a member of the technically skilled elite. Don't say Big Man Nate never touched nothing, alright? Now you may ask me, how the hell did you come up with this build, Nate? Well, let me tell you. I was hoping you wouldn't ask because I have no fucking idea. Basically, I looked at the weaponry in Helldivers and I noticed there is a lot of technology that is pretty ahead of its time, mostly because the game is 100 years in the future. Things that we can't really comprehend in today's age. Laser weaponry is on the rise, but I already did a video on a laser-only run, and I will not be reliving that hell. So let me run you through the build, and I think you'll start to understand more of what I was going for with this kind of theme. The stratagems we're using consisted of the orbital rail cannon, because I think railguns are the future, okay, not those pussy little lasers. And then I ran the Emancipator exosuit, because it's an exosuit. I went with the Emancipator rather than the Patriot, mostly just because I prefer it, and it's the newer one. I've been trying to get some more time under it. Then I ran the Ballistic Guard Dog, because deadly drones are in fact being currently used in the Russo-Ukraine war, and I really do feel like that drone warfare is going to be the future. Small-scale drone warfare is likely going to replace a lot of boots-on-the-ground combat we see right now. And then I ran the Railgun because, like I said, railguns are the future, okay? Take a look at Japan's bullet train. Here, this is my autistic train rant for a second, okay? I need to have one of them. Electromagnetic rails push a train weighing over 700 tons to an average speed of 200 miles an hour, okay? Now, shrink that down to about a 1 ounce piece of aluminum going over 1,000 feet per second, directly at your skull, okay? The technology exists here to downscale electromagnetic forces, basically, right? It's a matter of time. People have already created quote-unquote railguns. I think Demolition Ranch made a video on one a while back. I'll see if I can link that and put it up here. But it's here. It's just a matter of time before it starts to really amp up. And we'll see how practical it is compared to normal ballistics. Anyway, that was my autistic rant about trains for a couple seconds. Needed that. Still here? Good. Because our primary weapon is going to be the Scorcher, because I cannot fathom how the fuck you can hold a gun that shoots bolts of gas. What kind of gas? I got no fucking clue, Chief. Did Hank Hill go too far? Did he start making propane and propane weaponry? I have no idea. It's cool as shit, though. The secondary is not going to be the shitty laser pistol, but rather the Verdict, because a 50 caliber handgun is the epitome of technology. 14mm, as it is described in the description, is 50 caliber. 14.7mm is basically 50 caliber. It's around the same measurement. And fun fact, in the description, it states that it fires 14mm rapid deliberation. Rapid deliberation. Eerily similar to the Desert Eagle firing 50 Action Express. Rapid deliberation, Action Express. I love Arrowhead. I love these developers. And then I decided to run the Thermite Grenade because Thermite is basically the final form of fire. Then our drip is going to be the SA-12 servo-assisted fit because
from the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me.
Anyway, before I get court-martialed for being an automaton spy, let me tell you about my adventures, okay? First mission, super easy, super slow, waste of my fucking time, okay? Mission number 2 went good until the end where a combination of chargers and stalkers ran through all my lives, and then I exfilled. Mission 3 went well until my guard dog shot me in the back of the head. Fucking automaton traitor is what he is. And then got chopped up, thunder-cunted, and wombo-comboed before I left. Mission 4 was level 7 difficulty, and it was probably the easiest level 7 I've ever played in my 256 hours playing this game. I don't know if it was because the exosuit carried me or I got lucky with spawns, but it was literally just that simple. And before I got body slammed by a hunter, I left. Hey, we set a new record, y'all. This is the first build to surpass level 7 on the bugs, okay? And now we're moving on to level 8. Yeah, I lasted about 6.5 minutes. So, anyway, let's see how we pair up against the automaton menace. Mission 1 was to kill a factory strider. Now, I chose this mission on purpose because I wanted to test how difficult it would be with this build to kill a factory strider. It was fucking rough. I wound up just using myself as a stratagem to kill it towards the end of the fight. And then I just left the mission because it pissed me off that much. And hey, these videos aren't about extracting. They are about completing the mission, okay? Mission 2, I had to destroy this stratagem jammer first, and who the fuck buffed Razorwire? Genuine question. I want to know who buffed Razorwire. right? Because this shit will shred you if you ragdoll on it. Now, I don't want this removed or reversed. I think this is hilarious in all actuality, right? I just want to know who did it so I can give them a standing ovation, right? The amount of people who are going to shit their diapers about how dumb they think this change is will make me very happy, because other people's meaningless anger is my guilty pleasure. After dying again, I completed the mission. Mission 3 was an interesting one, mostly because I only destroyed 4 out of the 5 fabricators, and I was just goofing around at exfil before I realized that the mission wasn't finished. But for time's sake, I'll go ahead and tell you this was easy enough, and if I wasn't an idiot, I would have completed the mission, so moving on. Crucify me if you want to. Mission 4 was where I landed on what I thought was a small base, and instead I found... Yeah, I lasted about 4 minutes. Anyways, boys, that was the Technocrat build. This is Barack Obama. He was the 44th President of the United States, and most notably known for airstriking anyone and anything. Allegedly, of course. I'm going off what this man has commented. And no, I'm not going to comment on whether or not it's Michelle or Michael, because either way, the 44th First Lady of the United States took away my Papa John's Pizza Friday, and I will never forgive the Obama name for that. Anyway, I had this build in the back of my mind, but after you all had voted for it on the recent poll that I put out, well, I knew I had to start the process. So, build consists of all Eagle stratagems. Ran the airstrike, cluster bomb, 500 kilogram, and I started with the strafing run and then switched back to the Eagle 110s after the first mission I played. I also ran the Democracy Protects armor, and I used the Breaker incendiary shotgun, grenade pistol, and incendiary impacts. So let's jump right in. I had forgot to set my party settings back to invite only, so this poor level 10 had joined me, and sadly, I had to court-martial him for invading my personal space. Not before he could, of course, glitch the game out and spawn in 3 autocannons and 2 backpacks to go along with them. So, not wanting to put good ordnance to waste, I used them to blow up the 6 shrieker nests I could see around me. Then I continued on with the mission. The rest of it was extremely uneventful, no lives lost, and no civilian casualties, surprisingly enough. Mission number 2 on the bugs was to eradicate the swarm, and holy hell, level 6 Obama drone strikes couldn't save me from these bile titans puking on me. So yeah, the bugs run got cut a little short, but not to worry, because I think you're going to enjoy how far away we got with the bots. For the bots, I started off with the Purifier, because I keep trying to give this gun the benefit of the doubt, but every time I use it, I just want to use the Scorcher. The Purifier does 250 damage and has medium armor penetration, while the Scorcher only does 200 damage with light armor penetration. Okay? I still think the Purifier is just mid in comparison to the Scorcher, in my opinion, mostly because of the charge-up time. If we eliminated the charge-up time and decreased the mag capacity, I think it might feel a little bit more balanced, but either way, that is a video for a different day. Anyway, the first mission on the bots consisted of me dying twice and launching a nuke. And that's about it. Mission 2 was just to upload the sensitive data. And before I could purge the hentai, I decided to load this Seif artillery cannon. What? Do you really think Barack Obama doesn't have a private 105mm cannon in the back of his yard? Yeah, think again. Anyway, I completed this mission without further mistakes. Mission 3 was to evacuate more civilians, and the Scorcher is your best friend on the bots, my friends. Let me tell you what, it shreds gunships. And without any support weapons, you pretty much have to rely on this gun as your end-all be-all. Anyway, after dying a couple of times, I finished the mission. No biggie. Mission 4, which was level 8 by the way, was to eradicate automaton forces, and I thought I had made a mistake. I thought that when I dropped into this mission, I was going to blow through all 6 of my lives before I even had the chance to say 2008 financial crisis. But I didn't. I managed to survive, and I killed 2 factory striders, a few hulks, and just kept killing until that percentage hit 100. Which it eventually did, and I exfilled with 2 lives left. I must say, the airstrikes and 500 kgs really come in clutch for a lot of different things. Airstrikes do a lot, mostly. And now, boys, we're on to level 9, and you know what that means. I completed the level. That's right. You heard me correct. We done a solo level 9 LARPing as Obama. Wild to think of, I know. Just, wow. But by some act of God, I managed to launch a nuke and complete the mission. I did die in the end, but it was a mission accomplished, and I don't care. In today's video, I'm going to show you a shocking new way to zap bugs. I'll go ahead and see myself out after that dad joke, but anyway, that is correct, gentlemen. Today I'm showcasing one of the most rage-inducing, heart-stopping, wanna-kill-a-motherfucker builds I have ever created. Now, I had a few ideas for what to name this build, one of which was the Electrician, but I didn't have a good ring to it, so the alternatives I had was either the Bug Zapper. Actually, that was about it. That's the only two I could come up with. But if you have a better one, be sure to comment down below what to name this build. Not very many shocking names I could think of. Either way, let's jump right into the build and the requirements I made to torture myself for 5 hours with it. Let's start off with the guns. For the primary, we have the only electrical weapon we have, the ARC-12 Blitzer. Description states that this shotgun blasts a wide burst of high-voltage electricity that arcs between all units, enemies or otherwise, within range. Yeah, no it fucking doesn't. Literally only connects to 2 targets, rarely kills both. Hell, half the time it doesn't even kill one, but I'm getting ahead of myself here. For our secondary, we are going to be running the grenade pistol to blow up bug holes. Then our grenade is going to be the stun grenade, because trust me, you're going to need it. Then for our drip, you can run any armor that protects against arc damage. To remain in character though, I went with the EX-03 Prototype 3, because it was the only full set I owned. Now with that out of the way, let me tell you why you cannot run this on the automatons. And it is because of one very specific enemy. It's not the Hulks, it's not the tanks, it's the damn gunships. And that's because these fuckers will fly past 35 meters in the sky, which 35 meters is now the maximum distance for the arc thrower to land ever since the last patch. So you literally have no way to kill them, and they have a metric shit ton of ways to kill you. So we're just focusing on the bugs for this video. Let's begin our journey, shall we? Level 1. Evac civilians. Now, as for our stratagems we're going to be using for this run, the 2 non-negotiables are going to be the Arc Thrower and the Tesla Tower, or the Bug Zapper, as I like to call it. Now, for your other 2 stratagems, I will only permit you to use either the Jump Pack, the Shield Pack, the EMS Strike, or the Mortar Strike. Now, that's all I can tolerate in this challenge. I mostly ran the Jump Pack and the EMS Charge for large maps, and then I hit the Shield Pack and the EMS Mortar for the smaller maps. Overall, level 1 was extremely uneventful. I did manage to electrocute this guy, but I'm sure he was just a janitor, so no major loss. Level 2, eradicate the Terminid Swarm. This level was also extremely uneventful, but I did learn a few things. The Arc Blitzer and the Arc Thrower are so insanely inconsistent that unless you have a clear line of sight of your target, it will not connect. And on top of that, if the bugs are too close to you, the arcs will not connect and you'll get your shit shredded. Either way, I finished off these bugs and I left. As for level 3, we will eradicate another Terminid Swarm. Now, for this one, I did switch out the mortar for the Jump Pack this go around, and it really didn't make a huge difference. So, honestly, I don't think it matters what support stratagems you take. As long as you keep the Arc Thrower and the Tesla Tower, the other 2, hell, that could be a can of coffee and a roll of Zins for all I care. And actually, hang on, now that I say that, I need to add that to my grocery list. But I posted up on a couple of rocky mounts and just kept zapping till I finished this mission, and then I left. Mission 2 of level 3 was evac priority personnel. This shit was extremely uneventful again, until the last moment, that is, when my friend joined the game unannounced, and you should know, I do not like surprises. And then I left again.
If I can get in the shuttle.
Level 4, Mission 1, launch the nuke. The only thing I learned on this mission was how much I despise stalkers. These predator-looking motherfuckers will circle you and jump your ass like you're a toddler in a dimly lit alley. Fuck stalkers. I retrieved my codes, made my way to the nuke, launched that shit onto what I could only assume had to be a priority military target, and then I left. As for Mission 2 of Level 4, we had to evac civilians again. Now, not much happened this go-around. I loaded this artillery cannon because if you don't load the SEAF artillery cannons, you hate freedom, and I'm going to report you for treason. I found this supercharger here, and they weren't lying when they said they were super. Although, that fucker couldn't take an explosive shot from the good old arty cannon, I tell you that, boy. I then refrained from my primal urges and allowed the civilians to board the shuttle. I then left. Now on to Level 5. Mission 1, eradicate the swarm. This shit was stressful, and I was for sure this was going to be the end of our run. Because turns out the hunters can dodge electricity, apparently. But I did manage to complete this mission, and then I got the fuck off that rock. Mission 2 of Level 5 was retrieve the valuable data. I dropped in here, called my zapper down, got my valuable data, delivered said data, then was immediately reminded why I can't have nice things by the hunters. Also, the arc thrower only works when they are beyond 5 yards. Quick caveat. And then I left. Mission 3, conduct geological survey. Now, to be fair, I don't care what you think is the hardest or the easiest part about this run. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the stalkers are the scariest fucking thing I have ever had to deal with when all I have is a glorified fly swatter in my hands, okay? Also, I'm telling you, these fuckers are tankier when they are invisible. I don't know if this is a conspiracy or if this is in the notes or if this is in the files or what, but I swear to you, they take more damage when they're invisible. They are literally a fucking predator. Look at their mouths. Look at it. Look at the things. It's a predator. It's a fucking... Where's Arnold? Okay. Like, there's no way that I'm just gonna zap this guy in the mouth 48 times before he croaks over. Okay, I actually counted it. It was one shot from the blitzer, and it was 14 shots with the arc thrower. But you still get my point. That's a lot of fucking shots, because you gotta charge it and yada yada yada, whatever. Nobody cares. I was more worried about killing these fuckers than I was stealing these minerals. So, called some good old-fashioned flaming hot liberty on their little base, and wait, did you hear that? On to Level 6. Mission 1, search and destroy. This one went a lot smoother than I had anticipated. I only died once from vomit, and then I fought for all 5 of my last lives at Extract before I was able to finally maneuver my way through this horde and onto the Pelican for a swift exfil. Mission 2 of Level 6, we had to retrieve more valuable data. Fucking Stalker came in, triple swiped me like I just pulled the thunder gun out of the box and COD Zombies, that little fucker. After a painfully long journey, I got the hard drive to the local relay and then was interrupted by not 1, but then 2 Bile Titans. Which I will go ahead and preface this. It was something I had not prepared for. Similar to the gunships on the automaton front, I had no idea if the arc thrower had the ability to kill them in a timely manner. I knew I could kill them. I had no idea if it was worth trying. I wound up getting stopped by one of them before I did finally kill it, and then I got puked on by the other one before I came back and finally killed it. And in conclusion on that theory, it is tedious and it is a pain in the ass, but you can kill Bile Titans with the arc thrower. And then I got sliced up by more hunters before I left for exfil, to which I swiftly defended before I left. Level 6, Mission 3, Emergency Evacuation. I'm gonna keep it a buck, boys. I didn't survive this one. Death 1, got puked on. And then everything else was going smoothly. That is, until I saw Shrieker Nest. Now, if you remember last video, we need to get rid of these. Okay. You remember the pyro video? You know. We have to destroy that. And unlike the gunships, the Shriekers actually have a pair of testicles and would like to fight me man to man, hand to hand, one-on-one, mano a mano style. So I was able to fend off most of them while I called in a good old-fashioned nuclear freedom on their homes. Then apparently I woke up a Bile Titan from inside the planet itself, and then a fucking hunter killed me. So I came back, blew up that final nest, and I figured as long as I could kill this Bile Titan, I'd be in the clear, right? Wrong! I got stuck on a dead body and severed my right leg. Third time's a charm, right? Wrong again. That fucker puked on me as if I was the $2 hooker on Friday night. Then I came back, confirmed it. You can, in fact, kill a Bile Titan with the Arc Blitzer. I know, maybe it's not so useless after all. Wrong again. It is. Don't fight me on that. So we're in the clear, right? Now, before I show you how bad I am at this game, let me tell you what. An actual redeeming quality of the arc weapons that I didn't really realize till now is they can stun the bile spewers whilst they are spewing. So that's neat. Sadly, though, doesn't help their case. They still fucking suck. Okay? I almost died to this supercharger who somehow tanked a heat round, a high explosive anti-tank round, and then another charger punted me into a bunch of warriors who shredded me like I was Swiss cheese. Then apparently I lost all my balance and fucked up my equilibrium to such an extent that a 3-inch decline from concrete to dirt forced me to go limp, and then I was melted by this spewer. And that was the end of that. Yeah, that's about it, boys. Perhaps one day I'll be able to craft a build that not only makes sense and is fun to use, but is also powerful enough to make it to level 9. We'll see about that one day, though. As far as the Bug Zapper build, I recommend you consult your teammates before testing this out and make sure to invest in some life insurance. Anyway, everyone knows Miss Frizzle is a snooping patriot, so she needs her patriot mech bus, and she also likes her explosions, so we're taking the Spear because she's a science teacher. We need that orbital gas strike, and obviously it's not a fun science experiment without a bit of arson, so we're also going to be bringing the Eagle Napalm Strike. For the primary, we're going to be taking the plasma shotgun because a big glowing boom is just a fancy high school science experiment. Secondary is going to be the Bushwhacker mini sawed-off shotgun because Miss Frizzle is an American patriot, and what is an American without a shotgun? And lastly, and definitely least, a fire impact grenade. And here's the Miss Frizzle and the Magic School Bus build. Excuse me, Magic School Bus Chad build. I'd like to give a shout out to Alex Payne 1364 for commenting that. That is an absolute gem of a comment and a gem of a build. So that is exactly what we're going to be getting into today. We're going to be testing this out on the bugs. We're going to go on Helldive. We're just going to go into a... You know what? We're going to test this build out the hard way. We're going to go into a Eradicate Terminid Swarm. And let's just see what happens, you know? See what happens. See where this takes us. I have high hopes that the Frizz will guide me. Okay, well, everyone gets the Patriot suit, so I might be able to actually take a... I can. Alright, well, Miss Frizzle is obviously jacked. You know, if you couldn't tell, she can bench 405 with unassisted and off the rip without a warm-up, so Miss Frizzle is probably one of the world's greatest female bodybuilders to ever exist. So we're running the both mech suits because Arrowhead is now giving us the Emancipator for everyone to use. We're running the Spear, the Gas Strike, the Napalm Strike. I'm running Experimental Infusion because Experiment. We're running Peak Physique because Miss Frizzle is a jacked bodybuilder. We're Plasma Shotgun, Bushwhacker, and Incendiary Impact. Okay, let's go in. This may actually be a really good build, honestly. That's a Bile Titan.
We did it. We did it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Miss Frizzle build, overpowered. Outstanding patriotism. Amen. We're gonna go with a blitz mission, see what happens. The Asia Pass system. This should be interesting. Fucking Eye of Sauron over there. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. I grabbed the commando. Damn it. I didn't grab the spear. Fuck, that's my bad. Made short working. God damn it. I stepped on a fucking plant. What the hell have I gotten myself into? And I missed. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Fuck you, I'm taking you with me. Jesus Christ, have mercy on my soul. What the fuck was that? Oh, it's the damn turret. Oh shit. Oh shit. Fuck! Yep, I'm cooked. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, that hurt real bad. Holy fuck. Ouch! Oh my god! There's no living this. If I can get over here, if I can just get over here. Kobe! It might land on that fabricator, I'm not sure. Oh! I'm not sure! Ouch. Bruh. No! I wanted to throw a grenade in one of them. If I can land on it, though. If I can land on it. Come on. Mission accomplished. Just for good measure. Fuck that one. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God, boys. Oh, God, boys. Oh, God, boys. Well, was that necessary? Yikes. That was interesting, to say the least. I don't think taking the spear in that instance over the commando would have made a huge difference, judging by the ways I died. But anyway. Do you guys remember that old video game that you could download on your phone, Dumb Ways to Die? I remember it very vividly. Someone had suggested such a theme for Helldivers, and what he has told me to run is the Eagle Cluster Bombs, the Airburst Rocket Launcher, both the mines, and since now Arrowhead has decided to give everyone incendiary mines, we have 3 mine sets. And of course, we're going to be running the increased reinforcement budget because we're going to need them. And I had to take a little bit of deliberation, but after much deliberation, I've decided to run the Eruptor. And the grenade pistol. And impacts. So, yeah. Is this a really dumb way to die? Let's find out. Shit.
Set fire to your hair.
There.
Poke a stick at a grizzly bear. Eat
Seem good, man.
medicine. It's out of date. Use your private parts as per
Toss it down. I already have
Dumb
enough.
ways to die.
Yikes.
So many dumb ways to
Damn.
die.
I can't stand.
Dumb ways to die. So
Oh,
many
shit.
dumb
Oh
ways
my
to die.
god, there's 3 hooks.
Get the toast out with a fork.
Fucking put it
The
down.
road, electrical work. Teach yourself how to fly. The 2-week-old unrefrigerated pie.
Bruh.
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Nope.
Dumb ways to die.
Last one.
So many dumb ways to die. By the psycho killer inside.
Alright, let's do it on the bugs now.
Scratch a drug dealer's brand new ride. Take your helmet off in outer space. Use a clothes dryer as a hiding place. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Keep a rattlesnake as a pet. Sell both your kidneys on the internet. Eat a tube of super glue. I wonder what's this red button do? Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dress up like a moose during hunting season.
Oh, that sucked.
Disturb a nest of wasps for
That sucked a
no
lot, actually. That was awful.
This is Kim Jong-un. He has been the supreme leader of North Korea since 2011 and the leader of the Workers' Party of Korea and the general secretary of said party. Also known as... Rocket Man! Oh, fuck. Oh, I about threw up. This build was suggested to me, but it was flawed. So, after some deliberation, I picked out which weapons and stratagems actually utilize rockets/missiles, of which we had the choice between the Eruptor and the Dominator. Now for this, I will be using the Dominator, mostly because the Eruptor is jet-assisted, while the Dominator is actually jet-propelled. So the Eruptor uses a jet-assisted mechanism so that the jet propulsion is not actually the main form of propulsion of the weapon itself, while the Dominator actually is mainly jet propulsion, similar to a gyrojet. And I think jet propelled is better than assisted, so yeah. Then I'm running the stun grenades because we will be using the Eagle 110s, as well as the spear because it's a homing missile. Then we're going to be running not only the 380mm, but also the 120mm barrages because they're probably the closest thing to missile barrages I can think of. We may use the Patriot exosuit because it has a salvo cannon on it, or the Rocket Sentry in later levels, but I will let you know. Also, use whatever armor you like if you wish to run this build, as long as it makes the glorious Supreme Leader Kim look skinny. As long as it make Mr. Kim happy. Starting on level 5, we launched a test nuke towards a military testing target. Japan better start building their bunkers because the almighty Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un is gonna use the missiles for testing. He's gonna use the Japanese for missile testing. Oh. Let's go ahead and talk about the barrages. Random missile salvos that fire in 3-round bursts for 30 seconds. Now, on paper, they sound good, but in practice, they are really only good for clearing stationary targets. And objectives, of course. The Eagle 110s work well, and paired with the stun grenades can make quick work out of chargers, hulks, medium infantry units like that. The spear is just the spear. The spear will destroy anything and everything that you can see. One more thing to touch on the barrages. If you wish to use barrages, one thing you need to look at is if you want to use the 120mm, I believe it is best used against medium nests / medium fabricator bases. It can kill chargers. I haven't seen it used against a Bile Titan, but I think that is your best bet. Use the 380mm for the heavy nests and the heavy fabricator areas. Stuff like that. Just something to keep in mind. But that was a mission accomplished, boys. Level 6, we have to save some civilians, and it was also very simple enough if it weren't for the fucking forklifts and hunters. Either way, though, we saved the civilians, and we left. Level 7 was to purge hatcheries. I'm sorry to say, but Kim Jong-un was no match for the Terminid Swarm of level 7. Sad day, I know. Very sad. Mr. Un, please forgive me. But now for the bots. Sabotage air bases. Fuck me, this was difficult for about 5 minutes.
Then we got to blow up the tower. Then we had to blow up a stratagem blocker. Then the drop ships, which we sniped from about a fucking 8 football fields out, Chief, with the spear. I'm talking that was a home run. Lock. Pew, pew, dead. I mean, using the javelin. It's a javelin missile, basically. It just really reminds me of the old Call of Duty days, and it just makes me so happy. Next mission for the bots was gonna test our build to destroy 2 factory striders, and this was really gonna push us to our limit. While the sheer amount of bots shooting at me were more of a threat than the striders themselves, we did wind up destroying both of them with relative ease, so that was simple enough. And then for the next mission, we had to destroy fabricators, which after a few complications in the beginning, we completed the mission because, once again, the spear is an amazing support weapon. You just lock on. You can lock on to fabricators, you lock on to bug nests, you lock on to fucking anything that is big and moves or don't move and destroy it. So, love that. Next level was to conduct a geological survey, and the fucking footage got corrupted, so you'll just have to believe me when I say that I failed the almighty Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un. I'm so sorry. Oh. John Rambo is an icon in the action cinema universe. And I don't care what anyone says, I thought The Last Blood was a fun movie and was fun to watch, okay? I think it gave Rambo a decent character send-off. Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. They like pedophiles. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed the last Rambo movie. Let me know in the comments below what you liked about the movie and why Rotten Tomatoes can go suck a fat dick. I know at least 84% of the people who did watch it liked it. So, you know, was it anything grand? No, but that might be a video for another day. But, like the title, like the thumbnail, this video is inspired by the almighty action hero John Rambo. And let's just say, fighting the Viet Cong ain't the same as fighting the automatons, brother, I tell you. But what about the Terminids? Well, we'll talk about that after I tell you about our build. Of course, we've got the explosive crossbow because Rambo fucking turned a man into paste with an explosive recurve bow. We have the sawed-off shotgun because of the latest movie. And also the throwing knives because of the latest movie. I couldn't find if he used the throwing knives in an earlier movie. He could have, but it was not only because he used a throwing knife in the latest movie, but it was also because of his combat knife. The drip from the latest War Bond. And then our stratagems are going to be the shield backpack, because let's face it, John probably has the world's greatest plot armor in any action movie I think I've ever seen. Then we, of course, are going to be running the machine gun in memory of the M60 from the first 2 movies. We got the anti-tank launchers from the 3rd movie, the good old M72 Law. And then we're going to be using the mounted machine gun turret, probably for the coolest practical effects scene I've seen in a long time, from the 4th movie. And then I would show it, but this video would probably get age restricted, so you can go look that scene up on your own if you haven't seen it. And if you haven't seen the 2008 Rambo movie, go watch it. We started off on the bugs, and I really had to tailor this loadout to where we can handle any situation. So the machine gun was going to be for crowd control, the anti-tank for large enemies, the turret for defensive positions, and then of course we have the shield backpack, well, because it's a shield backpack, it works anytime anyway. I used the crossbow. Crossbow in the recent patch can now blow up bug holes. So we had that, we had the secondary shotgun for close range, and then we have the throwing knives. This worked for a bit, then it didn't. Anyway, I nuked another military target, and then I checked out. For our next mission, we had to destroy some eggs, but first I had to enact my revenge on this forklift. Fuck you, Toyota. And then, apparently Toyota had hired a charger to guard this forklift, and he removed me from the gene pool. Anyway, I blew up some eggs, and then went to blow up more eggs, and then I realized the error in my ways. You only get 2 anti-tank launchers every minute. So every minute, you have to call those tank launchers down, and you have to go get them. Well,
The kicker is, when you throw them down mid-fight between 3 chargers and a horde of bugs, you've got to train those fuckers like you're on round 40 on Noct, okay? And throwing knives can kill a charger in 4 throws as long as you hit one leg with all 4. That shit's fucking hard. The throwing knives are fun, but, yeah. Really hard when you gotta throw all 4 of them into one leg and you have an entire horde of bugs and the charger is charging at you. So, anyway, I blew up the rest of the eggs and then I decided to exfil on my own. Our final bug mission, which was level 6, I attempted to seal the bug holes. And then I left before I had to deal with my own failure. But in the movies, Rambo didn't fight bugs, did he? No, he fought the Viet Cong. And the automatons, well, they're basically the Viet Cong if they were made of metal. The mission was to eradicate the automaton forces. After my first death, I basically I posted up on this rock for a little while and just kept killing bugs before I left. Second mission consisted of yeah, fuck that. So, this was a comment left by one of you on the last video where I asked you what the next video should be about. And this one in particular caught my eye, so I decided to test it out. And boys, this shit was hitting. No Boot asked me to use the autocannon Sentry, Emancipator autocannon, and the Eagle rocket pods because according to him, those are basically just a small autocannon. So, if you have a problem with the Eagle rocket pods being used, take it up with him. And speaking of viewer comments, thanks, I guess. I never thought a video about war crimes and Saddam Hussein would get someone aroused around the world, but here we are, and here I am. Anyway, back to the build. I wanted to stay in theme with the autocannon, so I ran the Dominator and the Senator. And then I ran these stun grenades to ensure that I could stun chargers and hulks in an attempt to hit them with the Eagle 110s. And then I just ran the medkit armor set. So let's get right into the run. Level 4 on the bugs was easy as shit and not worth talking about, except the part where my sentry blew my own head off. Level 4 on the bots was about the same, and fun fact, the Emancipator exosuit has a shit ton of utility to go behind it. It can effectively blow pretty much anything up on any kind of mission you're running. Sometimes this shit does feel like a tank, and other times it feels like a glass cannon because a plant blew me up. Now, jumping back to level 5 on the bugs was also easy as shit because I just had to blow up 9 bug holes, and the heavy nests hold 10, so I found one of those, walked straight through it, and I left. Level 5 on the bots, however, was a little more difficult because of the fucking spotting tower kept sending bot drops down, and the planet didn't have much cover anywhere, but mission complete with about 30 minutes to spare. Fairly simple. Jumping back to the bugs, level 6 was so uneventful, I don't even know what to say about it. The autocannon is an overall good pick no matter the scenario, I guess. If you're new to the game, go for the autocannon first. That's probably going to be that'll carry you through all the levels. Probably, so. Level 6 on the bots was so fucking easy that my sentry gun had to humble me yet again. And after killing a couple of automaton spies, we completed the mission. Level 7 for the bugs really showed me how difficult the autocannon can be to use on higher level play against the bugs at least, because goddamn, that reload is stressful. I got chopped up a couple of times, and extraction was so stressful, I just started to run around and throw shit. And somehow that worked, so, yep. Level 7 on the bots was where our run for the bots ended. It was to eradicate the automaton forces, and they eradicated me. But boys, our bug run isn't over yet. That's right. Level 8 on the bugs was to blow up more bug holes, and holy shit, the mech suit carried my ass all the way to the end, let me tell you. I think it takes about 18 shots to blow up shrieker nests and spore spewers, so I blew up 6 of those right off the bat. And then I cleared out a heavy nest, fought for my life at exfil, and I only wound up losing 1 life. So, and then I left. You know what that shit means, boys? Hell dive, motherfucker. That lasted 9 minutes, which is our new record. So, yeah. You guys know how in the old days we had snipers in World War II with their old 1903s and a cigarette in their mouth? Well, one day I think we're going to see the new age of snipers with double-deckers and Bob Way's top shelf with Shy-Tech intervention. That'd just be cool to think. I just wanted to share that with you. Anyway, today we're talking about the sniper build and if it's viable for you or your team. Let's jump right in. Armor should be light. I prefer Scout for LARPing purposes, so I'm running the Trailblazer Scout Drip, which is available on page 7 of the base Warbond. Then for the guns, we got 2 Marksman rifles available, which we want to use the Diligence for the bugs and the Counter Sniper for the bots. Due to this, Diligence having a higher mag capacity with slightly less damage, I think is better on the bugs, and then for the bots, having a slightly less magazine capacity, but with the same time having the higher damage and medium armor penetration, I believe is better to use on the bots. And for the secondary, we're going to use the Redeemer machine pistol for the versatility, and then for our grenades, we got impacts, but you can use whatever you please. As for our stratagems, we'll be using the anti-material rifle because, of course, sniper build. Then we want the jump pack for the bugs, and I switched over to the shield pack for the bots, but I think you can use whichever pack you would like. Then we want the Orbital Cannon Strike, because what is that but just a massive sniper rifle? And then the Orbital Precision Strike, because what is that but just a massive explosive sniper rifle? And then for your booster, take your pick. I'm going to run Stamina here just for the bugs, and not to make this video a year long, we are going to do bugs here, and I'll do a separate video on the bots. Here we go. Level 1 was extremely uneventful, but I will say that since the latest patch, the Marksman rifles feel pretty damn good, so that gave me high hopes for this run. Moving on to level 2, the AMR is very nice for utility in most cases, but I can already tell this is going to come back to bite me in my ass. Moving on though, for level 3, I fell down this hole, and instead of popping back out into Brazil, I hit a very hard bottom and had no way of desynchronizing myself, so I had to wait until I got my precision strike back. Not before a goddamn hunter jumped down here and cut me up before he jumped right back out like the damn coward he was. Then I had to finish the mission without my gear, which wasn't hard, being on level 3, but I also picked up this machine gun, and being a scout up Shit's Creek with no paddle, we must learn to use other weaponry to survive. Moving on. Level 4, well, fuck me making this 2 videos, we're going back to the bots, boys. Level 1 for the bots, we're switching to the counter sniper for this one, gents, as well as the frag grenades so we can destroy fabricators. Super easy moving. What? Super easy moving? Why did I put that in the script? Super easy moving on is what I meant to say. Anyway, level 2, got bombed by these bastards as I was trying to load my Seif artillery, which is basically just a really big sniper rifle. Finished this mission and was pleasantly surprised at how good the loud... My god, if I don't start grammar checking my scripts, I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Finished this mission and was pleasantly surprised at how good the loadout was doing. Let's see how I feel about it in the end. Level 3, this was slightly stressful, but in all honesty, it was manageable. So, moving on. Level 4, once again, very uneventful, but with me being on Space Iraq, I did get to do a little long-range work here and there, which was always fun. Level 5, we lost a stratagem for this one, so we're going in without our precision strike. Still not super eventful. I'd finished up all the stuff around, surrounded by fire and lasers before I left. Oh my lord, my grammar is awful. Level 6, this shit was fucking hard, and I don't know how I managed to complete it, but I did, even through all trials and tribulations, all just to get burned alive by an act of super Jesus. Level 7. Holy fuck, Game Master Joe did not want me to complete this one, and in turn, ending our run for the sniper build, and honestly, thank God, because this was a lonely, not Sigma experience. Also, yes, I did unironically say Sigma. Don't mention it, or I will find you. In the end, though, I would like to thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful day.